250 action. It's interesting that the 250 class is considered the stepping stone class. However, most of the riders in the privateers try to qualify in the 450 class. You had 68 riders, sign up for the 250s, 80 riders sign up for the 450s. Makes you wonder, why is that, Johnny? Well, the simple fact is it's because dollars. Having a built 250, I know that's a 600, but that's built 600, is incredibly expensive. Having a 1000, you don't need to build it up. A 600, you got to build it. 450, you don't need to build it as much as you do a damn 250. 250 mainly run like a big bore or a stroker or something. That motor's going to blow quickly. It's more cost effective to race the big bikes than it is the little bikes. Even if you're more of an amateur moving into the professionals. It's sad. It's sad. It needs to change. And there's really not a whole lot to talk about on the 250s because it's a battle for third. Because Hunter and Jett have got to figure out who's going to win on their team. They might be sort of the same dynamic when it comes to Sexton and Roxon. However, these guys are brothers, so they love each other. They want to see each other do well. Right now, I voted that Jett is going to win the championship. I know Cooksey and Rob, they say, Hunter is, and there's a lot of people on Hunter's side. So we will see. I know when it comes to like Southwick, I believe Hunter is the better sand rider, and we'll just see. I know Jett sometimes rides a little bit over his head and ends up getting injured, but at the same time, this is like the first season that Hunter's been in motocross that he's not. That is definitely going to be the two guys that you are stealing the show, is going to be those two, between who's going to win, who's not going to win. Kawasaki boys. You've got Haymaker, who's the fastest qualifier, but Shimoda seems to have the advantage when it comes to the long motos. And then Forkner, he was my biggest disappointment. And if he doesn't win, it's going to be a disappointment for him because he's right around that like 3-year rule where you've got to move up to the 450s. And he needs to prove to the 450 teams that he's worth investing into. I know this was the cream of the crop kid going up, and then he's just had some bad luck. And unfortunately, you need to have everything. You need to have the good luck. You need to have the talent. Talent alone is not good enough anymore. And it's unfortunate. When you go to the gas guys, I mean, Mosman had a really hard crash, and this is only race 1. Guys are more and more going to just keep falling out because of injuries, which sucks. Like I said before, we already have a bunch of guys that are already out, and now you've got Swole and McAdoo. It's just round 1, right? And then RJ, that dude can't get a break on his Husky. Slade Smith ended up taking him out in the air, which was unfortunate. It's kind of a racing incident. At the professional level, you're always cross-jumping each other. That's how you scrub, is you go from one end to the other. There's no jumping straight and then scrub. That's not how it happens. You got to slide off the jump, right? Unless there's big ruts there, then you can't do it. Then you can try to BMX it and soak it up. So he's one of the riders that I think is probably going to finish third if he can stay healthy. If not, I think Mosman is going to be that third place rider. And then the star racing guys, they've got a bunch of young kids with LeBlanc and Romero. I think I'm saying that right. Incredibly fast kids, but are they ready for the 30 minutes plus 2? I don't know. And then Craig is now up on the 450s. He's doing better than Tomac at the moment. And you've got Nichols is out. And then Cooper ended up colliding with McAdoo, so he's the dude that really has the most to lose because they're filling the seats on that team, and this is the guy that's been the bridesmaid. I mean, he's kind of the Marvin Muscan of the 250 class, which sucks to say because when you finish second, you're the second best in the world when it comes to motocross. I say world, but here in America, there's arguably with the MXGPs that those guys are better motocross riders. I honestly have to agree, so I'm kind of contradicting myself. But here in America, we like to say that we're the best at everything, right? So let me know who wins round 2. I'm going to say it's going to be Jett, and banter in the comments below. Aiden, who do you think is going to win? Jett?
With you. Hunter.
Sammy? Hunter! It's the guys on the Honda. Chucky, do you have a prediction? He's thinking.
It's hard to bet against Jett right now.
See, everybody thinks it's Jett. So I'm not going to go bet any Bitcoin on it. However, history has a way of rhyming, and he seems to be the guy to do it. So you guys want to brop with me? Brop! Brop!